I've always felt that beef, especially beef, is something to be celebrated, something that you eat, almost in a special occasion type thing. And I also think that really you almost have to go, in order to maximize the animal, you almost have to go to a restaurant.
Good evening and welcome to Terra.
It's a good read. Pretty easy to read. You know who your farmer is.
You know who you...
Excuse me, I'm going to head out and say goodbye.
Yeah, eucalyptus. Well, that's what I'm saying.
And tomato.
With a pork chop well. Are we doing risotto? We serve beef at Terra. And I think if you're going to serve beef, then you may as well serve grass-fed beef. The health benefits, they're important. The local origin of the beef, that's important.
I can see your animals, they're happy, they're healthy.
Yeah.
But the best part about it is that it really tastes great.
The greatest thing about dealing, with someone like yourself for our restaurants, Mark, is the relationship. You know who your farmer is.
You know who your farmer is.
People today, they think meat comes from aisle 3 in the supermarket.
That's correct.
So I can come out here, take a 10-minute ride, look at the pastures. I can see your animals. They're happy, they're healthy.
Yep.
And it just makes it taste that much better.
We get these really special cuts of meat from our grower, and this happens to be one of them. This is a porterhouse for 2. It's more than 28 ounces, which is easily a steak for 2. You can see how enormous this piece of meat is. It has the New York strip and the tenderloin. So you're getting the texture of the tenderloin and the flavor of the New York strip. It's going to take about 25 minutes on the grill because it's such a big piece of meat with a big bone in the middle. But that's going to make for fantastic flavor and great texture.
You have to find an animal or a breed that grows good behavior, good disposition. When I first started, Angus was sort of like the mainstream. You had to have Angus. You had to have Angus. They want to get in the shade.
Oh, yeah, run into the shade. Smart. We're baking here in the sun.
We are frying. We met with you guys, and you brought up the Piedmontese, and I started going with it.
Piedmontese is very popular in northern Italy. It's a special breed, produces lean,
correct,
extremely flavorful meat.
Correct.
And it commands a higher price.
We went right out and bought them.
These flames that are coming up right here, this is a new fire that's beginning. As you move a little further back, we've got glowing red embers, and that provides a nice hot fire. During the cooking process, the juices are forced to the center because the grill is so hot. As it sits here and rests, the juices redistribute back out to the edges of the meat and allows the doneness to be true. In other words, that it's medium rare from end to end, as opposed to just rare in the middle and well done on the outside. We're going to bring it back up to temperature, slice it, and then send it out to our guest.
You probably guessed if you looked at that Farmer in the Grill book. My second family is from Argentina. They're all from northern Italy.
Also?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that whole area. I'd just like to point out for a minute that you're all enjoying the benefit of bones right now. We have the ability to graze animals all over this country. There are superlative, environmentally stunning farms producing grass-fed meats in semi-arid and temperate climates all over the world. Theoretically, most local food sheds can be producing their own protein.
We've got some interesting textures here. Crispy fried polenta. It's nice and creamy on the interior, crispy on the exterior. We've got beautiful grilled asparagus. You can see it's got a nice crispy crunch to it still. Got some sauteed greens underneath. And then of course our porterhouse. We've sliced it nice and thick so that you get a real feel for the texture of the steak. But one of the important things that you may have noticed is that when I slice this, except for this little bit of juice on the cutting board here, we're not like wiping up a whole mess of juice. That's because we let the piece of meat rest. That lets the juices redistribute if they relax, and lends to a very, very tender steak at the end of the cooking process. All right, a little bit of salsa verde now. Okay, I don't think it's gonna get any better.